Okay, welcome to the MetaPWR Hour. It is July the 30th. Another month has went by pretty quickly. I just want to thank everybody for showing up. If it's your first time, welcome. So this basically is just a 1 hour-ish where we try to just get people's feedback, opinions, or testimonies, whatever you'd like to share. If you would like to share something, just simply click on it to where it raises your hand so it kind of moves your picture to the top of the screen. And because I don't want to leave anyone out. So if you want to share something, just please do that. I'll start out. My name's Tim Crane. I'm from North Carolina. And I always want to thank Alicia because she has set this up. How long has it been going on for now? A couple years, 2, 3 years?
Yeah, been a while now.
So really props to you for that because this is MetaPWR is changing lives and we just love to hear from different people. So a little bit about me. I've been with doTERRA about 5 years and I've been using MetaPWR ever since the first day it came out in 2022, I believe. And it's changed my life. It's changed my wife's life. It's changed a lot of lives that I feel like I'm just blessed to be a part of. I always like to start out with my story with MetaPWR. So we did start in September of 2022. We were at Salt Lake City and we got our hands on the MetaPWR. We were really excited about it. We never could imagine what it would do for us. But I always like to show people my mom's story, okay? Because if you haven't done so, and if you're already on MetaPWR and you haven't took a picture of yourself, I really recommend doing that because that is a game changer. Take a selfie of yourself, no makeup, no glasses, just kind of like a straight shot, and then have something to compare it to about a couple months down the road because you will notice changes. And typically, what I've noticed is people that don't take the pictures or people that are losing weight, they are the last person to realize that a change is going on. And other people will notice it before you do. So I always encourage people to take that selfie so you can go back and look at it. And the picture I'm going to show here is my mom. Okay. Let me get that here. See if it's working for me. All right. So here's my dear mom. My mom is 80 years old. She lives in a nursing home. She is deaf herself. And I took this picture the first day and then 60 days. And as you can see here, she has, I mean, to me, it's like it's night and day. So what are we looking at in this picture? I usually ask people what they've noticed, but I'll bring up some things, right? So what we notice here is inflammation under the eyes, the puffiness has kind of gone back in just 2 months, right? Another thing people will notice is her color has came back into her skin. Her eye color has changed. Her hair's gotten thicker and some anti-aging going on. So this is just really like really basic things that are happening that we can see on the outside. But a lot of what MetaPWR does, it happens on the inside. So we're talking things like energy, we're talking about better sleep, better mood, stress, pain. A lot of these things can be attributed to you just using MetaPWR. So I'm curious with everybody here, if you'll type in the comments, if you've drank your MetaPWR today, if you'll just like put a number 1 in the comments. And if you took your MetaPWR and your recharge, which is this, if you mix the two together, put a number 2. And if you've done all 3, which is the MetaPWR drink, the recharge, and the PB Assist Plus, which looks like this, I go ahead and put a number 3 in the comments. And we'll talk about that 3 mixture there. People are calling it a power punch, which is an interesting name, but there's a lot of people doing that now. So see, I have asked a couple people to share their testimonies. If you would like to share, please do. There's no right or wrong answers. If you have any questions, just leave them in the chat and we will try to answer those. Me and Alicia will do that. But first, I want to call upon Mr. Yeah, there you go, Arnold. If you don't mind, if you'll share your experience and I will get back to this. And go ahead, Arnold, you got the floor, brother.
So my name is Arnold, and I was a longtime skeptic, more standoffish than skeptic, but took me a while to begin my journey. I just started this month, the beginning of July, more so to start gaining a better control of my health. Generally speaking, I'm mostly healthy, maybe a little heavier than I'd like, but not unhealthy by any means. And, decided to start my journey this month and kind of see what the response is taking the MetaPWR program. I don't take any kind of medications for any kind of conditions. So, I'm not solving per se a problem that I'm experiencing. I'm just trying to be healthier, to feel better on a regular basis. I have a pretty stressful job, keeps me on my toes all day long, very little downtime to decompress out of it. When I started at the beginning of this month, and actually this is my second attempt at a restart. First time I was very inconsistent with taking it. That was about last year, with a little convincing. I started my journey again this month. I've been very consistent, very regular with my taking of the MetaPWR every day, soft gels, the assist, and just recently started LLVs in the last 2 weeks. So at the beginning, I don't know if it was in my head, but I noticed almost immediate changes to some emotion, some reactions to certain conditions in life. Along with taking MetaPWR, I stopped drinking coffee cold turkey. I was drinking 2 to 3 cups a day, and I've stopped completely drinking significantly more water than I probably have drinking in the last few years. So, all those things are all benefits. And I've started noticing a lot of things, they're all good things. I'm happy that things are going in that positive direction. I had a follow up with my rep yesterday, Tim, and, you know, the first time you follow up with your person, with your support system, it's like, yeah, everything's exciting, everything's good. I'm feeling better here, better there. But it was interesting because my response to how things have changed was more static. I didn't feel any different, but he provided a good analogy of what it's like. He said, if you are a runner and you start running, yeah, it might be hard at first, but as you're building up those muscles, building up that energy, that stamina, things just feel normal. So it's kind of like setting the pace for the direction that I'm heading. And I'm excited to continue this journey and still see what kind of changes are to come. First couple of weeks, I started weighing, thinking, oh, I'm going to see some immediate reactions. Now my mindset has changed and saying, okay, well, this is long-term health, not short-term gain. So just kind of putting the work into it to make sure I'm consistent and, follow up in 3 months and see where I'm at, healthier, happier, and looking forward to it.
Thank you so much. And yeah, and you had a good point. I know I do your follow-ups, but I hear that a lot. People will be drinking, I don't know, it could be for 2 months or 6 months or a year. And I'll call them or they'll tell me, it's like, hey, I think I'm about stopping MetaPWR. Because and that analogy with, with a runner, it makes perfect sense because you're going to feel great. And yeah, you will kind of plateau, but you're going to plateau on a high. So, and I didn't do this with MetaPWR, but I've done it with the vitamins. And maybe y'all have done the same thing. I don't know, but I actually stopped the vitamins. That's just, maybe it's a man thing. I don't know. So I stopped them, and I think it's 2 or 3 days later, my legs started hurting again because I had some, I don't know what it was called, but I would lay in the bed and my leg would just, it's not like restless leg, but it was something that would just like bother me where I couldn't get comfortable. So that was just like 3 or 4 days off the vitamins. So of course I'm back on the vitamins. So yeah, it's true. You will feel like you've kind of plateaued at the top, but I assure you, it's still working great. Just continue to do that. And if you happen to, not be consistent as you was before, try to do it consistently for a couple weeks and see what happens, right? I'll be honest with you, there's some people out there that needs 2 a day, and that's just true, right? My wife needs 2 a day. She just needs it. She drinks 1 in the morning, and she drinks 1 in the morning and 1 at night. I drink 1 in the morning. I can't drink it at night. I can't do it. If I drink after 4, I'm not going to sleep. Okay. But that's just the difference between people. I know there's a doctor at doTERRA that said if you're at the age of 50, start drinking it at night. And I've suggested that since I've heard that, and it's worked amazing. So thankful for the people at doTERRA, the doctors, the scientists, the dedication that they put in and educating us so we can educate everybody else. So that's really wonderful. Would anybody else like to share? I think we have another one that I picked. Okay, Linda, let me pin you. Give me just a second. Hi, Miss Linda. Yeah, so can I share my experience with the MetaPWR? So I've been using the actual beadlets. I hope I'm not too off topic, but no, I just want to share about that. So yeah, I've been using the beadlets. I do them 3 times a day. And I've just noticed like it's controlling my appetite. And I also take the MetaPWR Assist. And that helps as well. So because before I would just I was crazy over chocolate and any kind of sweets, but I've noticed I have more control of that. So I'm just kind of not eating a lot of sugar. But I've noticed, my body figure is kind of like it's gotten the shape that I want it to. But the weight's the same, right? But it's weird how that controls that. But it's balancing. But it's really amazing what it's done for me. Thank you, Miss Linda. All right. Any questions so far? Any questions before I move on? Awesome. Saini, would you like to share?
Yes, I'm good. Hey everyone. So I'm not gonna turn my camera on. Arnold's my spouse and he's been seeing me every day. But Tim has not seen me in over a month. So once he does see me, he's gonna see a little bit of difference. And reason why I say that is because I have been taking the MetaPWR, the Cyst, the collagen, the Advantage, I might be saying it all wrong, the soft gels. I do take the recharge, I do the LV, and I do take PB Assist. So a little bit of background. Probably a lot of you have had gallbladder removed. I had it removed, but I was the opposite. When people say, "Oh, you eat something, you have to use the restroom really quickly," I didn't. I had a problem. So lately, it's been helping me to be regular, which has been nice. I was afraid that I might have been some kind of medication. I'm not. I don't take medications. I was a Starbucks girl almost every day. I have not touched Starbucks in over a month, almost 2 months now. And my sugar craving has changed a lot. I am here in Michigan away from like everyday routine. So my routine is off. And that's when you crave more junk food, especially when your routine is completely off. But I have no desire of that. I've been actually cooking more than anything. And my appetite in meals is not, which is bad. I've been trying to regulate it, but it hasn't been 3 meals a day. It's been 2 meals a day. And I've been eating earlier than instead of so late. So again, I'm not regular with my routine, but it's been a difference. I could tell. I've noticed I have lost inches, not a lot, but I have noticed that my weight is the same, but I did feel certain clothing a little different. Energy, I mean, probably notice how fast I speak. That's just a Latin side, but I actually have energy. Like I wake up, I'm ready to go. Even if when I get disturbed with work, because I got drivers working in the middle of the night, but I'm okay. So it's been good. It's been really good. Back pains, because I'm not in my own bed, but it has not been too crazy either, because I do have back problems. But the collagen has been if I wasn't taking the collagen, I probably would not be able to go up and down the steps, especially with everything that I'm doing. So now I'm like, I'm okay. I'm able to tolerate it and still be mobile. So yeah, that's my journey in a quick lonesome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm glad you hit on some really good points. And I saw Arnold in the comments saying you Starbucks every day. Yeah, it was new to him. But talking about, when it comes to weight and inches, I tell people because when MetaPWR first came out, yeah, I was preaching weight loss. I was, and maybe a lot of y'all were too. I don't know. But I'll be the first to admit it. I was doing that. MetaPWR and weight loss, my opinion to that is the weight loss is a bonus to me. It is because not everyone's going to experience that, but I can guarantee that you're going to notice some inflammation being reduced in your body, right? And I've had some people notice that in 5 days, 7 days, 14 days, 1 month. You're just going to notice that your clothes are getting looser. And just like Sani mentioned, the weight's the same, but her clothes are fitting differently. And that's all about inflammation. And less inflammation, less pain as well, right? So I would say across the board, women are noticing inches before the weight, and men are noticing weight before the inches. That's not 100%, but it's very common, very, very common. Okay, any questions or anybody would like to share before we move on? Patty, you want to share? All right, let me pin you. Hello, everyone. My name's Patty, and I'm glad to see everybody again. So this is what I do every single day. I drink my MetaPWR. I've been doing this for probably a year and 7 months. And boy, does it keep me motivated, energy, stamina. I'm just like running around in circles every single day. I got so much energy. It drives me crazy, but it's a good crazy. It's worth it. So man, props up to MetaPWR. So, I take care of my mom, I take care of my dad, I take care of my brother, I take care of my friends. And it's just like, I'm cooking here, I'm cooking there, I'm washing clothes here, I'm just doing all kinds of stuff. And at night, I'm just slap out. And I get really good sleep. I sleep all night, and I'll just wake up feeling energized and just kind of do it again. So I do it every single day, and the energy is outstanding. It's just really hard to explain in great detail about how I feel. But this is one of my favorite products, the ginger drops, right? Sometimes when I get like a really bad headache or something, I'm not sure what causes it, and I know it's not MetaPWR related, but I do take the ginger drops and I just feel better. It really helps personally my headaches, and sometimes I have like a sore throat or I just feel weird. Or if I know if I feel like a headache's coming up or something, I will go ahead and pop a ginger drop. No, I used to get sick all the time, but I can't even believe it. Since I've been with doTERRA, I haven't been sick in over a year. So I love this stuff. Awesome. Thank you for letting me share. Thank you, Miss Patty. That's amazing. So happy for you. Okay. Anybody else have any questions or comments or anybody would like to share? Miss Linda, give me a second. Wait. Oh, so I just recently had a tooth implant last week from the dentist. And I've been on these antibiotics. I've been on these steroids and these painkiller medications. And I know the first day antibiotics, I took it, and then I had to take the steroids the second day and then take the pain medicine as needed. But I got sick. Like I started throwing up and all this stuff from all this medication. So I ended up just stopping all that medication. But well, let me rephrase that. I stayed on the antibiotic. So my doTERRA rep should kind of help me. It's like, hey, stay on these vitamins, stay on the MetaPWR, keep taking this stuff because it definitely doesn't conflict with medications, because I was worried about that. Because first 2 or 3 days, I didn't feel good, but I got back on it, my vitamins and my MetaPWR, and I'm back up to par now. So I still have a toothache, you know, because that was a serious dental surgery there, but had some really bad jaw pain. I have been icing it, but I have been using, what is it? I've been using my essential oils, my frankincense and my deep blue, and mix it up with some FCO, like some fractionated coconut oil, put it like in a roller. And then I just roll that on my jaw, and boy, does it feel so good. So I'm using that every night. And even if it hurts throughout the day, I put that on there. So to me, consistency is key with that. And I think to what, about a couple of days ago. See, when was it? Thursday, Fridays. Yeah, about 4 days. It just keeps getting better, because I was all swollen, and I'm all better now. I feel a whole lot better. Thank you. Thank you so much, Miss Linda. All right. Yeah, and Alicia, I saw in the comments, I can't read them all, but I think she's like, Alicia was saying, if you drink 2 of these, that will help you heal faster. I know a guy that had a surgery on his arm. It was a serious surgery, and I think the physical therapist couldn't believe how much it healed in such a quick amount of time. So that was pretty, like, wow. It was impressive to see. Okay. Anybody else have any questions or comments or would like to share? We do have quite a few people. So is there any comments or questions in the chat, Alicia? No? Okay. All right. So let's just move on then. And if you want to share, you can just interrupt anytime and just raise your hand and we'll just go from there, okay? So I'm gonna share my screen. Oh, Miss Linda, again, what you got? Give me a second. Oh, like I can't eat any solid foods or soft foods. I'm restricted to all liquids. So they gave me like a list to follow. So this baby food, but they recommended that, you know, I did like protein shakes. So I'm doing that from doTERRA, which has some vitamins in that. And, you know, I'm stuck on this liquid diet for a while. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. So like I said, if you want to share, just raise your hand and I'm going to go through the presentation here. So if you are not familiar with MetaPWR, or like what are these people talking about, I'm going to kind of explain it really brief. And at the end, if you're interested, just contact the person that invited you here and they will help you get on your journey. Okay. So let me share my screen. All right. So am I still pinned? Yeah. Okay. So sorry. For those that don't know, if you're interpreting and talking at the same time, it's not an easy task, okay? Because my mind's thinking about interpreting and so I'm kind of like, I'm not balanced out. But anyway, this is good because this is raw. That's what I like. So anyway, so here we go. We got the MetaPWR Metabolic Blend. And if you see those 4 products, we have the essential oil, we have the beadlets, we have the MetaPWR soft gels, and the gum. And I just want to comment really quick on the beadlets. Here recently, and maybe I just overlooked it for a while, I've noticed people are not biting them. They're just swallowing them. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because if I'm out of soft gels, I'm swallowing 8 of them, right? But beadlets, in my opinion, they are made for, and my best example is if you go somewhere or at work, somebody brings in your favorite donuts and you want one now, one for later, because it's really tempted to eat one, you just simply take that beadlet and bite it. And that urge that you have will just go away. That's not something you want to do like an hour prior. You want to do it like when you have the temptation. Take it in there and bite 1 or 2. And I'm telling you, it works instantly. So yes, you can swallow them. And while ago I was mentioning I was swallowing 8 of them. So each beadlet has 1/4 of a drop. So that means if you're out of the soft gel, that has 2 drops. So it take 8 beadlets to become 1 soft gel. So if you're ever out, you can remember that like a backup. I hope I said that right. So the essential oil on the left there, I've been using this every day for about, I know it's crazy to say, but only like a couple months. Because when I started this, I was just doing the MetaPWR drink, the soft gel, and the assist. But I'm telling you, I didn't really like the taste of that MetaPWR oil. So this is my go-to. I have 6 drops of lemon. I have 3 to 4 drops of the MetaPWR oil. And I have the MetaPWR Recharge, the wild strawberry. It's fantastic with ice. So I put all that in there with the ice first, and then I put the water in and I shake it up. So that's what I use every single day. And boy, does it make a difference. So if you're kind of iffy about the MetaPWR oil, try it, figure out a way that you like it, and continue that, and you'll notice a big difference. Okay. All right. So this is step 1. Step 2 is the MetaPWR Assist. So this is meant to take, well, there's 30 in a bottle. Some people take more than that. This is meant to take once before your largest carb meal of the day. And I always like to say, if you eat a salad, don't take it, right? But people do eat carbs every day. It don't have to be a huge meal, but it's just a regular carb meal. Carbs are good for you. So just take that before your carb meal once a day. I will kind of elaborate on this. My mom is a diabetic type 2. She is on 4 shots every day. And we started her on 1. She's in a nursing home. We started her on 1 MetaPWR Assist. And her glucose numbers before was 400 to 600. And taking 1 a day just kind of like moved to like 300 to 500. So we're trying to play with it. And, it took a year just kind of playing with the nurses. It's not easy you think it would be. But anyway, so she takes 1 in the morning and 2 in the evening with a supper. And now her sugar levels are or her glucose is anywhere from like 75, 80 to like 220. That might not sound like a big deal, but to me, it's huge. Her A1C went from 11.4 down to an 8.2. So that is like, wow, thank you, MetaPWR. So another question you might think, well, I'm not a diabetic. Do I need to take it? So my answer to that is sometimes we go to parties, we eat cake, we eat ice cream, cookies, your glucose is rising. And what I noticed, I wore a meter for 10 days just to see what would happen. It blew my mind. I drink coffee every morning. And what I noticed, I stopped the assist for 5 days because it's a 10-day meter. 5 days, I drank my coffee and I noticed my sugar jumped up to 280, like shot straight up and then dropped down, back to like 120 after a cup of coffee. I was shocked. So I kept doing that for 5 days. And then after those 5 days was over, I took the assist before my coffee. And what I noticed was my glucose went up to 180 and then kind of curved off and went back down. It was really just amazing to see. So you don't have to be a diabetic to take that. Okay. All right. Step 3. Here we go. My favorite part is the MetaPWR Advantage. Looks like so, right? So this is simple, right? What you want to do is not create a new habit. We like to call it habit stacking. So, for example, if you take prescriptions every morning, you probably don't miss those. So what you want to do is you take the collagen with your prescription at the same time. So 2 habits into 1, because it's really hard to develop new habits, especially if you're trying to do the MetaPWR soft gel 3 times a day. It's hard. I tell people to split them in the car because we're in the car sometimes more than we're at home, depending on the individual. So yeah, so MetaPWR Advantage, I got people that put in 2 ounces of water, 4 ounces of water, all the way up to 8 ounces. I'll be honest, the less water that you put it in, the better the taste, which is kind of opposite what you think. You would think more water, better the taste, but it's not. And it's not something that you want to drink and kind of sit down. You kind of want to drink it immediately and get into your system. So yes, MetaPWR Advantage. And make sure you shake that up and in a bottle or stir it up in a glass, whatever works for you. If you don't like it with water, you can change that out with orange juice, apple juice, cranberry juice, tea, smoothies, whatever you can do to get it in your body. Do that for 2 weeks, and I guarantee you'll be noticing some difference. Okay, so let's move on. Oh, okay. So here's like a sample schedule of what the MetaPWR can look like for you. There's no wrong way, there's no right way. So this is just an example you can follow or just pick your own routine, okay? So in this example, this lady does 2 of the MetaPWR oil drops in with her collagen. And she takes her LOV all in the morning, same time, okay? And then about noon, she takes the assist with her lunch, if it's the largest meal of your day. For me, it is. And a soft gel after lunch. I take mine before lunch. So there's no right or wrong way to do it, okay? And then, sometimes you get like cravings after lunch, before supper, you want a snack. So this is the perfect time to take a beetlet, you bite it, or use the gum when you feel those cravings, okay? And then the evening, take out the MetaPWR Sif if that's the largest meal of your day. And then a MetaPWR soft gel after dinner. And then again, I'm guilty for this late night snacking. I mean, it feels good, right? But it's not good. So if you just simply get like a beetlet or some gum, it will help you reduce those cravings, okay? What else we got here? All right. So this is just an example of what the different prices. Let me see something, sorry. Okay. So this is an example of what the process can look like. So this breaks it down and can show you how much money you can save if you haven't got started on the MetaPWR. So the oil itself is $30. The MetaPWR Advantage is $84.50. The Assist is $32. And then the gum is $8.75. Soft gels is $34.50. And then the beadlets are $16. So that total, if you bought them individually, it cost you $205.75. And if you went to doTERRA and purchased yourself without, a wellness advocate or somebody that can help enroll you, you're going to pay $35 on top of that. And then it would be $240.75. So it's a lot cheaper if you wanted to get the whole kit. And it's a savings of $45.75, and the total would be $195. So that'd be the free membership, free shipping, and I think you get the assist at a discount, and the beadlets become free. So that's where that discount comes from. Okay. What else we got? So this, Power Punch, it's Power Pack, sorry, Power Pack. So this is what I was talking about earlier. People are drinking all 3. Got the Advantage, the Recharge, and the Assist. And what we're doing is, because the collagen is only supposed to be drinking like, less than 8 ounces. So what we're doing is we're putting the Recharge in, because that's a full glass. And then we're putting the PB Assist in. We're shaking that up until we get it down to about 5 ounces. And then we add in the collagen, and then we drink it from there. Now, if you're a fast drinker, you can drink it all at the same time. Doesn't matter. But that's just how I do it. Like I said, there's no wrong or right way. Do it whatever you're comfortable with and whatever works out for you, okay? Okay, so this is a new kit that you can get. Savings of $32.50. And I think the total for that is $150, okay? See what's next here. So this is the MetaPWR Recharge that we've been talking about. It comes in 2 different flavors. We have the wild strawberry and the lemon lime. It's kind of hard to explain what it tastes like, because I'll be honest, when I first drank it, I was like, it's okay. But I'm gonna drink it anyway because it's MetaPWR, that's just my thought. But at first I liked the lemon lime, but now I love the wild strawberry. It's so weird. It kind of tastes like Gatorade to me, but I don't like Gatorade. So it took me some getting used to it to drink this. But this is really an awesome product, because I'm sure that many of you, including myself, don't drink the amount of water that we're supposed to. I mean, I'm very guilty of that. I just don't drink a lot of water. So this MetaPWR Recharge helps, make up for what what we're not drinking that we should drink every day, right? So it includes things like potassium, sodium, and it has 75 traces of minerals and natural flavor. Okay, so that's the MetaPWR Recharge. Go to the next one. What else we got? Oh, that's it. Yay. Okay, so that's pretty much the end of the presentation. If anybody got any questions or like to comment on anything, just raise your hand or show your video and we'll go from there. Mr. Thorpe, give me just a second. So I just ordered mine and I haven't started my MetaPWR yet. I'm wondering, will that help me? PHOS. Not sure what he's trying to spell. I thought it said more potassium, but it's PHOSP. Obvious. Makes your feet become numb. But it's not neuropathy. If anybody knows what he's talking about, I'm not sure what it is. I'm not spelling it correctly, but it's where the foot comes numb, but it's not neuropathy. But it starts with it's like PH something, PHY. I'm not sure. Yeah. Yeah, get the spelling and I can help you with that. But I'm looking forward to talking with you soon and get you started on your MetaPWR journey, that's for sure. All right. Anyone else like to share or have any questions? Nice, awesome. Okay, so if you heard something you like, this video will be recorded and Miss Alicia posts that to YouTube. So there's always, you can watch this one or I don't know, a year's worth. And I just want to thank everyone for joining and feel free to reach out to me or Alicia anytime and we'll be more than willing to help you out. Enjoy the rest of your evening and I hope everyone has a good day. Thank you for joining. See you next month. Bye, y'all.